Welcome everyone to the second episode. So today I will be talking about rejection. So let me just share a little story, like background story of my personal experience, like what I come through, what I have to share with you. Listen up. So I'm just saying this as a warning, and this is not me throwing any shades to anyone, but it is just my personal experience and I want to share it because I think that personal experience is something that is valuable for everyone because it served as like a past experience to us, and it helped to taught us better because we make that mistakes before if it is a mistake, but if it wasn't a mistake, it is a good thing. However, if we make a mistakes, that is a learning curve for us. We will do better. We will do better in the future. So basically, it's help us to develop who we are, be a better person, be proud of how you started. It is better for you. So let me get to the story, okay? So I did like a confession to a guy over like social media. I did like DM him, and then I said I liked him, and then next thing I know, he asked me why did I like him. I was like, I'm not sure, because I don't know what's going on at that time. I was young, dumb, no clue what was going on. So I just said, oh, because you look cute. I was like, I couldn't say I liked him. I would not, if it would be me, I personally wouldn't say I liked him because you don't know that person well enough. That's what has taught me, because like one of my friends told me about her experience, and that's just brightened up my day to think about it. Like, okay, if that was me, like it was me, someone else confessed to me, how would I feel if someone said I liked you? I'm like, okay, that does make sense because you don't know that person well enough. How would you say you like them unless you stalk them? Which is not ideal when you say that, because that make it look suspicious. So yeah, it quickly turned into a rejection. I was a little sad, but not too much. It was fine afterwards. But then another story is that it's kind of connected to this one, the one guy that I confessed it to and he rejected me. It's kind of connected-ish, but let me tell you, I got ghosted. Yeah, I think it's about like 2 or 3 weeks. Like I think we're in like our talking stage. Okay, so basically I think the second guy that I talked to asked for his friend opinion, which is the first guy friend. Like they're friends, we're both friends, so obviously they asked for each other opinion. How should I do, or how should I go on about this matter? Obviously the first guy told him about like what I said, or like the confession or whatever. I don't know exactly what it was, but couldn't be bothered to find out either. But from what I know, that the first guy told the second guy to ghost me, which yeah, I did get ghosted. I had no clue what's going on. I was kind of sad because I was blaming myself. What the hell did I did wrong? Like I was looking for explanation. What have gone wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. That quickly turned into like, in denial of myself. That can't be happening. Because I keep checking my DMs every day. Like, oh, has he said anything? Why hasn't he said anything? I keep, texting him. But I got no response afterwards. I got ghosted. So I'm just like, I will let it be. It is what it is. And then after about 2 or 3 months after, well, that's when I let it all go. And I said, yeah, it's time to move on. That's when I realized I did have bad taste in men. I'm not saying it's got much better, but I don't have to like stress over this matter, because I feel like relationship is such of effort. Like it needs a lot of effort for you to maintain it, because it's not just one side. It needs both sides to maintain a healthy and like a happy relationship. So I'm not in that state of like time that I can commit it to something like that. So I think the past experience is, it tells me that I need to do better for myself, to not have poor choice in men. Well, first of all, yeah. Second of all, like I need to think properly. How do I feel about this guy? Yeah, how do I feel about it? What would happen to me? Like have a rough idea of what's going to happen, because sometimes when you don't expect anything at all of what's going to happen, it's kind of sad in a way, because you could get yourself in such a shit situation. Like it have some expectation of what it's going to look like, otherwise you're gonna shit your pants. So now let's get started for our definition to rejection. So what is rejection? In my opinion, rejection is like the opposite feelings of being accepting. It is quite unpleasant, and it may make us feel like unwanted, unworthy, and or even like self-doubts. Everyone has self-doubts, and this is something that we all live with every day. Could be on like a daily basis, or like sometime during the weeks, or sometime during months. So you know, this is just not an abnormal things. We face that every day. So there are many like different types of rejections. It could be like personals, it could be professionals, or it could be socials. So I'm gonna describe the three things. So when I said personal, I want you to focus on family or even romantically. This is because this is just based on your personal experiences and how you go on about your personal life. So for personal, I first experience, like I have personal experience about this, because I see it in so many families. Like some child didn't get like love that they deserved and they should have get. It is just emotionally wrecking to me, but I guess different families have different opinions about life and how they should raise their children and all. But in my opinion, sometimes when I see like the first child getting like overlooked from their parents after they have like another little baby, like sisters or brothers, they get overlooked. This is just emotionally sad for me, because regardless of what the parents going through, I know it's tiring to have to look after another tiny human being. However, it is you that bring another tiny human being into the world. So if it was me, I would personally expect love, regardless if I have like a younger siblings. I don't want myself to get overlooked. I feel lonely. I'm sure that every child feels lonely when they care more. Like their attention is so focused on the younger ones. So it just make me personally feel sad. Yeah. And then sometimes the middle child can ignore a lot. That is quite sad, because what can you do? You're just born in the middle. And especially when you're like obedient and like you listen to what your parents say, you do whatever they ask for. So basically they can treat you like an object because you're so good, you don't make any troubles. They don't know you even existed sometime. I think it is quite shocking to how many people reacted when I asked, oh, how do you feel being like a middle child? They didn't say anything. They look at me blankly. I'm like, oh, that's kind of sad-ish. But then, now, let's move on to the youngest one. The youngest one, it's in the between because they could be very loved or they could be very unloved. This is because for the loved one, because they are the last one, they're the youngest, I think they're the naughtiest too, because I am the naughtiest, I think, in my family. But then if for other families that, like, you know, their younger child get ignored, I think it's because, you know, their parents don't want anymore. It could be an accident. That's why I think it is such an emotional drain process. When you have children, you have the responsibility to look after them carefully, give them love that they deserve, give them the love that they need to grow properly. Because when you don't give enough love, it could traumatize their life at their adulthood. It could traumatize them really, because they don't know, like in the future, they don't know how to give love to other people, which is quite shocking because they want to be loved, that they don't receive that, so they don't know how to express themselves. So that's why I want everyone that think they are ready to have families or think they want a family, think of every situation or like possibilities that your child could have faced and how you were raised and how you want to do better than, or even, you know, to what you have now. If you were shitty, you want a better experience for your child, I'm sure of it. But if you were raised in a good way, I'm sure it could be harder to maintain for the expectation, but it is always a try. And then another thing that I want to talk about is professional. God, so many drama and professional like careers, because sometimes people have favoritism. God, they have favoritism. It could be like, you know, you're doing the same work, you have the same title, same status, you have the same work hours, same salary, or anything, same everything. But, you know, you get rejected from a position because they like that person more. Or it could be because of race. It's unbelievable how many people are being discriminated against, like their race, their skin color. Because from one of the article that I read, which was from Harvard Business School in 2017, which stated that African American and Asian who didn't disclose their race on resume has like a better chance to get callbacks for job interviews. That is just shocking, because I know we came from a tough time that white people are good, white people are the best, but I think we live in such a different generation now. So I really hope that the change, like the thinking, the thought process can really change and make like a better place for everyone, make it equal, because some people, they don't deserve all this. How could you control where you're born? How could you control your skin color? How could you control that? Like, it is just uncontrollable things that you can't really know. Like, you can't do anything about it. So I just want to, like, I really hope that people can change their way of thinking. I know it has changed quite a lot, but there's still some that make it harder for people with different skin color, different race, like a fucking living hell. So yes, I really hope they can do better. And then you know. And the last one I want to say about like the type of rejection is social. This is quite trashy, but I just want to say, why are they getting outcast? Because from another article I read, which was like ex-prisoners, like the way we treat ex-prisoners is unbelievable. Because I did not quite believe that in some states in the United States, they kind of lose their privilege to votes, like they're ineligible to votes after they serve their times, unless they like begs pardon for it, like they beg for it back. How are they gonna live life after that? Because society don't fully accepted who they are. That is not equal human rights. I think everyone has the rights to votes, because in Australia it's nuts how people get to vote when they're 18, and when you don't vote you get a fine. It's quite nuts. And for another studies that I see that like some people with disabilities, you know, their employment rate is lower. So this is another studies from Smith Business Insights 2022, which stated that the employment rate among disability, like the Canadian working age adult with disability, is 49% compared to the 79% of the normal workforce, which is quite shocking. Because I think regardless if you have disabilities or not, I think it is still something that you need to have a job, that is to pay for the basic necessities such as housing, water, food, clothing. You need to pay for all of that. But then if you don't have a job and you live off like government benefits, that is too much for for them. They're not special. They're just the same as normal human being. They just had a little bit exception, but they're still normal. They can work. Why should you make exceptions or exclude them from the workforce? This is not something with like we would do, as we have normal human rights. Why is that? I really hope it can be better, it can be changed. I really hope that, because these at like this time of age, cost of living is rising. It's harder for even normal people to make ends meet. How about we think about disability people? How are they gonna make ends meet when they don't even have a job? How are they going to make ends meet? How are they gonna do good? How are they going to have how are they going to have a healthier life, live a healthier life, a happier ones, do whatever they want? How are they gonna do that? If we limited the way that they can do that, we limited the pathway that they can get there, which is quite challenging. I really hope it can change, you know? But these are just what I wanted to talk about, like about this the different types of discrimination. Oh, another thing actually, I forgot about like the romantically. But you know what hurts the most is personal one, because sometimes when you don't get love that you deserve from like a really close person, a really loved person, you don't get quite the love that you deserve. This is just heartbreaking, because you are close to them, you know them. Why are you being rejected for the love that you deserve? Why are you not getting the love that you deserve? It's quite challenging for me sometimes to open up So, you know, when I open up and then I get rejected, it's quite sad because this can limit me to do another open up later in life. That could limit my chance, or like the possibility of me can to achieve happiness. It can be quite limited. This can quite hurt a lot. So um I really want to say that be kind to people, and when you rejected anyone, just be direct, but do not destroy anyone's hearts or emotion, because this can crash. Like their character can be crash in like a blink of second. They going to hide their emotions for now because you crash their feelings, their emotion, their character. You crashed it. So be kind when you rejected someone. I know that like it could be a different case that you don't like that person. You don't see like their romantic vibes, or like something, the chemistry doesn't match. Okay, I get that. But I really hope that everyone can be kind to everyone else, because you don't know what they're going through. It could be like such a hardship. It could be they're living a hard life at the moment. Everyone has their own difficulties, have their own hardships. So yeah, be kind. Don't be a nasty little shit that just humiliates someone that confesses their feelings to you. Don't do that. So now let's move on to the practical tips and strategy for dealing like with rejections. And I want to empathize on the acknowledgement of rejection. This is important because when we acknowledge rejection, we don't ignore it. When we acknowledge it, we don't ignore it. But when we ignore it, the feeling builds up. We keep getting hurt. We are not getting anywhere in life. When you get rejected, you keep your feeling to yourself. You don't move on from where you are. You are stuck. So rejection is important to be acknowledged. And another case is, I think rejection is unique to everyone. How they handle their emotion, how they express their feelings, the sensitivity of each person, like emotion. Because everyone is different, everyone's unique. They have their own values and their own beliefs. So we will have different reactions when we get rejected. I was sad, but in a sense, I was kind of relieved, because in that time, I did not know I did not know what to expect in that situation. I did not know what to expect, and I have no clue. I was young, I was dumb. So if I get into that relationship, it could mean that I am not prioritizing myself. I'm not choosing me. I'm choosing the other person. So I want you to be relieved that you get rejected. You can express all your feelings out. It is the emotional impact after you get rejected. However, do not ignore it. Do not give shame so you get rejected. Do not humiliate them. This is just a process. It's a learning curve. You will learn from it. Learn from the past experience. That's make you a better person. You're growing. Time is so important. It's a secret tools that everyone has. So we better learn from our experience. Get up. Bounce from all the setback we have, all the rejection. Keep going. It could be failures, but keep going. And I really hope that everyone can get out of their loops of like loop stages of the emotional impact. Because if you stay in the loops, you're gonna get stuck. You need to get out of it. So when you're in the stage, express yourself. When you're in the stage of denial, okay, think, why are you in that stage? How can you make a difference? Okay, you think that you could have done better, but however, you did what you did. You did your best and you got the result you get. It probably not even your mistake. It's not even you, like, it's not even you that lack anything. It just couldn't be like the right fit for them. Capability, lack of capability, or even like it's just not you that's suitable for it. I know you dream of something bigger. I know that. However, it's just not you that's suitable for them. They're looking for something different. So it's not your mistakes. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame yourself. And then you reach like a stage that where you look for explanation. So this stage could be very exhausting because you keep thinking to yourself, okay, well, I could have done that better. What happened? Why didn't he choose me? Am I lacking something? Am I the mistakes? Am I the faults? And you will have those stages. You will have the crying stages. You will be having the angry stages, the venting stages, or even like the self-doubt stage where you doubt yourself so much, you make yourself look so low, your self-esteem drops to the ground. You think that you are mistakes. You think your idea is dumb. Your thought is dumb. But however, don't let that get into you, because when the thoughts get into you, it's not healthy anymore. You keep repeating the thoughts again, over and over again. This is not something that you wanted to do. I'm going to say that because after that 2 or 3 months after I get ghosted, I really learned that it's not something about you. It could be about them. You're not what they're looking for. They were not receiving the right advice at the time. Could be that. It could be, they don't want to put any efforts into developing relationships, or they could be like, they're overlooked. But what can you do? It's not your mistakes. Learn from it, accept it, and learn from your past mistakes, learn from the experience, move on, get a whole, and be a better person. Be who you will be proud of, because this is something that is hard. To get yourself off the ground, to get yourself started again from the failure, is very hard. Whoever can do it is amazing. It truly is amazing. And I really hope that the best for them. I really hope that everything goes as they plan, because they reach their failures, they learn from their mistakes, they bounce back, they keep bounding back. So I really hope they get where they wanted it. I really hope they achieve the happiness in life. I hope they have a good life. They have a long future to live for. Those are just some wishful things that I want to say to anyone who face rejection. I want better for everyone. Everyone's equal. If no one's hurting anybody, they still have the rights to be happy. They still have the rights to choose whoever they want. They have the right to choose whatever they desire. They have that rights. And then I want to share some stories from famous individuals that who faced rejection but never gave up. So Jack Ma, one of the guy who owned Alibaba, this guy is amazing, because from what I've read from him, his bibliography, so apparently he'd applied to 30 jobs in his hometown and got rejected by every one of them. He even applied to KFC, got rejected from that too. How can you get rejected from KFC? Out of the 24 people that applied there, 23 got it. He got rejected. It's so strange. But he got up, faced the world again, get himself out there, be a better self, be who he want to be. And then, you know, even when he went to a venture capitalist to raise funds for his business, it failed. He didn't get any investor. It's not easy, but whenever you get up from your setbacks, from the challenge that you face, the failures, rejection, you got up from that. You can achieve your dream. It is a dream come true that you are willing to pursue your dreams. It is so rare that people actually chase what they're after. Some people just live their life on autopilots. Those are never like people. Those are people who don't get out of their comfort zones. They live in a bubbles they built for themselves. They live in that bubbles. They don't see excitement. It's just full of dullness in their bubbles. What do? They live their life on autopilots. They don't have happiness. They don't feel the excitements. They don't feel challenge. They probably don't feel a sense of accomplishment. They don't feel that. Because life is on autopilots. You let it be. Let life take its course. But you want your own control of life. Because it's your own life. And you got a chance to live it. Live it to the fullest. Don't let any rejection, failures, setbacks take it from you. Let it be an experience that you can learn from it. Something that you can step on and be proud that you are who you are today because of that. Let it be something that you can share it with other person. It's so amazing that you can share it. It's your personal experiences. And then another person I wanted to share is J.K. Rowling. She is just amazing because she get like denied from publishers that she wanted to publish like a children's books. She got denial, but she kept going, keep working while living on like government benefits. She keep doing what she's doing. She believes in her own dream. She believes in the bigger picture. She don't let rejection takes it away from her. I know it's hard. It's hard. When you face the reality that you got rejected, you don't get accepted. They don't want you. You feel the worthlessness in yourself, in your idea. You are who you are based on those past experience, based on those rejections. So don't let them take that from you. Be who you want it to be. Let's go and pursue those dreams. Don't let it take away from you. You know, playing it safe doesn't make you anything, but get yourself out there to pursue your dream. You're amazing. You're doing it. You're crushing it. Some people that has idea, they don't execute it. They don't let that outside. They just keep it in that bubble. How can people know about it? So get out of your comfort zone. Don't be scared of rejection because you face some on a daily basis. I'm sure of it. Okay, so for example, when your mom say no to what you wanted, what do you want? Like a toy, and then your mom say no, and then you wanted something else, or shoes. Your mom say no. That is just rejection. How are you dealing with it? You may throw tantrums, but how long can a tantrum last? Basically, not long. So I think it's also the same concept that can be applied to life. When you're an adult, it could be very, very stressful. you pursue something that you wanted and you face setbacks. How don't let it take away from you. Don't give up. Some people gave up right before where they wanted to be. Right before a blink of eye could ruin all the hard work that you put in. Don't give up. You're getting there. You are strong. And the last thing I want to say that don't let anyone tell you that your idea is dumb. It's not dumb. They are dumb. They are jealous of you. You have that idea. They don't. They don't know anything about your idea. You know the best. Act like you know the best. Make them feel dumb. Because you know yourself the best. Let yourself pursue the dream that you always have. Let it be. Even failures, let it be. Learn it up. Own up to your failures. Learn from it. Get to where you want. Because that's all life about, isn't it? Playing it safe is no good. That's no fun. What's the fun in life if you don't have the excitements, you don't have the challenges? You get whatever you wanted. That's kind of not fun when you get it easily. You want some challenges. Those are some fun stuff. Even it's sad. Failures are sad, but they are fun. You can look back and you can be proud of your own growth. You stand up to who you wanted to be. For your dream, you stand up. And I believe that that is so strong. Most people can't. They still live the way they don't want to. Their life is on autopilot. So in conclusion, I just want to say rejection is not something you should fear. Rejection is something that can lead you to better opportunities because you learn more about yourself. You learn about your mistakes. You learn from your past experience. You know what you did, how you could be improved, how could you do better, how can you plan out a little better, how can you do it. Sometimes a dream can still be a dream. Sometimes a dream can be executed into actual actions, and it could be a real thing. So please take your action. Do not be feared of rejection, failures. It could be hurtful, but those are just some amazing things that we face in life. And I think you have the best tool. Everyone have the best tool in life, which is time. Let time take its course. You have time. It's never too late to start anything. But do aware that there are different challenges at different age. So please enjoy life. Live it the way you want it. Have some fun. Get excited. Be fearless. Fulfill your dreams. Let it come true. Be who you want it to be. Never too late. Love yourself. Prioritize yourself. Don't let anyone break you. You are you. You are strong. You can do it. Thank you.